Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly analysis. Essentially what I'll be doing here is bringing some pairs that I'm looking to trade for this up and coming week. So a bit different style of what we normally do. But following on from last week, we showed you some pairs and hopefully those helped you trade some different types of trading pairs that we don't normally discuss. So with the same sort of routine, the pairs that I want to show you today are GBPAUD, EURUSD, NZDJPY, CADJPY, and USD CAD. So, starting off with GBPAUD, we can see that we're in bullish momentum, and if we look at this range that I've got highlighted here, it's at 1.95212 to 1.94963. Essentially what I'm looking for is that pullback into this area following the retest of this zone, and hopefully we can find support and we'll push further, and I'm looking to aim within this region of 1.97485, so roughly in this area here that I'm paying attention to. However, if we do fail to close and find a level of support, we'll look for that close to the downside and see if we can reject that area, and we could start to see some downwards momentum. So that's for GBPAUD. If we now look on to EURUSD, we had a look at this pair last week, and we see that we just ended the week with a nice push to the upside. So what I'm looking to anticipate is eventually a pullback at some degree. So we may find it at this zone here, and we find that push to the upside. So that area is at 1.0832 to 1.08248. So looking in this area, same thing again. Are we going to find that we get a closure to the downside? We could be looking to close and bounce further lower. Also pay attention to this zone as well, 1.07906, sorry, 1.07758 as well, because if we close to the downside below this, we could be looking for more bearish action, and we could be making even further lows as we currently are in a very big down trend right now. So moving on to New Zealand dollar to the Japanese yen. So a bit of a reserve play. As we can see, we are in a range bound market here. Short-term play here, but we can obviously see that we're bouncing in between. So what I'm looking to do is to see if we can ultimately fall down into this area, close below, and see if we can return into this area and see if we could then push down to the downside. So wait for that pullback essentially, and potentially we find ourselves pushing lower. So in this area, it's between 70.192 to 70.070. So essentially looking for that push to the downside ultimately in the play. But likewise, we have to discuss all other options, which is the pull into this area, and if this acts as support, find that bullish momentum, we could be looking for longs to the upside. So the next pair I'm looking at is Canadian dollar to the Japanese yen, and as we can see, we are looking at our zone right now. So we're already in this zone, and we do have a potential to start shorting here. So this is at 84.585 to 84.447. And essentially, you know, same thing again, we're looking to see if this form will act as a form of resistance, or if we're able to close way above. We'll wait for that support, and we'll close way above. So we're looking to bounce higher from that point. So same thing again, really looking for the same situations. So the next thing, the next pair that I'm looking at as well is finally USD Canadian dollar. As you know, we've got a lot of news coming up for this week with the Canadian dollar, so be interesting to see what exactly will happen. So this is at a range bound between 1.32188 to 1.32048, and essentially we're still, you know, looking for the same thing again. We're going to find that a pullback followed by that retest of the upside, or we could be looking for that momentum to the downside here. So ultimately we are looking for one of those two ways to get into the market, the into this particular range as well. So just stay focused with this, pay attention to price action and the momentum, and also the EMAs that we follow as well. We also use an RSI indicator as well, just to determine the momentum. So we use the RSI to dictate if the retest candle is a worthy retest candle and the momentum candle to follow. And obviously you can judge that through the technical side, or you can judge it through an indicator side. So essentially that will be all for this weekly analysis. Only a few pairs to come that we've mentioned here. Obviously we have a lot more other pairs, but I thought I'd just give you a share of 5 pairs that we're watching currently on the watch list for this week. So we will do a lookout, and we'll have a check on our Instagram as well, because we post some different types of analysis as well there. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. If there was anything useful, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel for all future analysis videos. So thank you very much for listening, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.